Okay. I know I told you guys we're going to do interior elevations in this video. We're going to do that in the next video. Since we're working with sections, let's continue to work with sections for a little bit. Let's go to our ground floor. And instead of working with building sections, this time we're going to work with wall sections. And to get our wall sections going, obviously the first thing we're going to select is we're going to go to our View tab and click on Section, or you can click on Section. Whoa, there it is. Click on Section up here in the top of your application window. Doesn't matter which one, it's the same command. But instead of Building Section over here on our Properties Modify, I can come down here and I can say Wall Section. And I'm going to place a couple of wall sections. I'm going to start down here at the bottom of the plan. And the first one that I want to, the first wall section I want to place is on this second window. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to move my cursor up. But then I'm going to come by and I'm going to flip my section because I actually want to look the other way. I'm then going to do pretty much the same thing. I'm going to place another section, but I'm going to go through the stairs on the bottom landing, and I do want to face this direction. So the direction that you see the building section facing now, or my wall section facing, this is the direction I actually want my wall section to face. I will, however, change the depth of it. I don't need my wall section to be quite so deep, so I'm just going to pull this in a little bit. I do want to see this part of the storefront, and I'm going to modify the depth of this section. He only needs to really look that deep. I'm not paying attention to anything really outside these section cuts. I'm then going to move over here to the kitchen and dining area. I'm going to place one more section, and this one is going to go through the second window. Left click, left click. I'm going to flip my section. Now, and I'm going to, just like the last time, I'm going to change the depth this way. Now, this dashed line here indicates how the actual size of the section and what we're going to be looking at. I don't need it to be that deep. I really don't. So I'm just going to drag him back to about here. That's all I'm going to do. It's real simple. The indication, or the indicator, the graphics for that section is going to extend out further, and that's fine. All right, so if we look down in our list here, you see we have a new section in our project browser called Wall Sections, Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. We need to sort of decode what these things are. So in order to do that, all I have to do is double click on this, on Section 1. Okay. Now this is, it's kind of hard to tell, but this is going to be the section through our brick wall. So we can rename this view. Right click, rename, section through brick wall. How about I do that in all caps? I actually get the caps lock button on. There we go. There we go, section through brick wall. The reason that we're not seeing it is because our detail level isn't high enough yet. And we also want to build these wall sections at a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. Now I can take those changes, if I hold my control key down, I'm going to select all of my sections. I'm going to change my view scale from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch and change my detail level from coarse to fine. And now you'll see all this detail. Now I can see everything that's happening in here. And just like we did on the building section, I'm going to go to my Modify tab, click on Join Geometry, so I can combine the visible geometry between my wall and my floor right here, basically just to make it a little bit prettier. And there's some other things that we're going to do to make this make these section cuts a little more pretty, but we're basically not going to get to that until the next series of videos. It's going to be Thursday's class and not today's. Okay, so I'm done with this one. I'm going to open section number 2. Now if I'm right, this should be the stairs. Yep, section through the stairs. So right click, rename, section through stairs. And this one is going to be section through the metal panel wall. There we go. Right click, rename, section through metal panel wall. Alrighty. Now, you see how these are already joined, and the reason that they're already joined is because they were joined when we did this operation on the lateral section. It happened to be the exact same wall that got joined in with this floor geometry in the lateral section and the building section, which is why we're seeing it here in the wall section. All right, there we go. Am I sure that's right? Boy, I hope so. I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll find out. Oh well. Okay. So these are our wall sections. I'm going to scroll down in my project browser, open my wall section sheet, scroll back up in my project browser so I can see my wall sections. Item number 1 is going to be section through the brick wall. Now these automatically get numbered based upon the order in which you drag them onto the page, but you can renumber them after the fact. So I'm going to start with section through brick wall, drag and drop and place it on the right hand side of the page, about like so. Now we want section through the metal panel wall, same thing, drag and drop. And you'll notice that they want to line up all nice and pretty, which is a good thing. And then a section through the stairs, and he takes up almost the rest of the page, which is fine. All right, that's wall sections, guys. Now, the next things that we're going to be doing to these views in the wall sections are going to be editing some detail information in here so that they look a little more like real honest-to-goodness wall sections. Because right now, if I zoom in, you got to admit they're looking pretty naked. But we will address this. Like I said, we'll be addressing it in the next series of videos and in Thursday's class. So that's it for the wall sections right now. Let's see, class begins in 10 minutes, so this is going to be it for this series of recording. I'll pick up on recording more in this series this evening, and I'll try and have everything posted tonight. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.